guys, so I decided I'm gonna do a video on my a little like not really story time, but more of like my own experience when it comes to Chanel warranty, because now they launched like a 5-year warranty thing, and I recently purchased this bag, and so just yeah, I wanted to do a little story time. Right now I don't have the bag with me, and if you watched my previous video, I got a Chanel Classic Flap small in dark gray lambskin, and recently I brought it back to the boutique to fix it because the buckle had like a slit here, which is like it's like a crack, you know, and so I brought it back to the store. I see a lot of online hate directed towards Chanel, or like complaints, so I just wanted to speak about my experience with their servicing. So right now my bag is with the boutique, and they say it'll take 6 weeks for them to fix that buckle. I realize a lot of bags with that color, that same batch, has the same problem, which is at the buckle button, like the snap button, there's like this crack, like this perfect line of a crack, almost like as if all their buckles in that batch was just bought back like that. Like, yeah. But anyways, so they gave me the after sales service receipt, and I just had to bring this for collection. And I also want to mention that when I bought this bag, I got it from a consignment store. So the lady who's put her bag at a consignment store, she did not provide me with this white dust bag, which, you know, Classic Flaps should come with. She provided me with the black dust bag, this one over here. And so that day when I went to the store to bring my bag in for servicing, I asked the SA for a white one. I just said, oh, when I bought this bag, they like gave me a black dust bag, which I realized now they were supposed to give me this. And he was like, oh, when you bought it, they gave you a black one? And I was like, yeah. I mean, he was like, oh, okay, let me get one for you then. And so he did, and I was really happy that it was just easy like that. I feel like sometimes when it comes to these kind of things, I feel like you have to kind of bend the truth a bit, you know, to get to where you want to be. Because if you just straight up tell them like, yo, like I got this from a consignment store, and the previous owner didn't give me the white dust bag, right? Which I don't know if she ever received one, but as in, if you told that story, they will be like, oh, well, it's not my problem. I'm like, so yeah, I feel like sometimes to get what you want, when it comes to like luxury shopping, you actually kind of have to bend the truth a bit, and also you have to speak forward. Like, I feel like a lot of people are intimidated, and so they don't speak forward for what they want, or like they don't stand up for like their own thoughts and opinions, right? Okay, that's just marvelous. Okay, but yeah, so I will do an update. Here she is. So they wrapped it up like that. Just gonna tear it. Here she is, back from servicing. Honestly, that took like really quick, and like they told you 6 weeks, but like I kind of knew that they would take like a much shorter period, but like, yeah. So the button doesn't have that problem anymore. Is it even focusing? Okay, but yeah, so it doesn't have that crack anymore over there. So it's been a few days since I've picked her up from the Chanel boutique after servicing, and there's a little bit more to the story because after inspecting it, I realized my bag has a lot of creases at the back, and I feel like it became more severe after servicing, and I felt like they were maybe being kind of rough with my bag. What I went in to service it for is the buckle over here. So now the buckle doesn't have a crack on it like it used to. It's so hard to show you on this camera. Yeah, but so I went to service this, and in order to service this part, right, they would have to open my bag like this, like for quite some time. I'm not sure how long, but let's say they needed to open this for like 15 minutes. So for 15 minutes, I think my bag was like open like this, And so when it returned to me, I think the creasing got worse. And the creasing here got worse. Because when I bought this bag, it was not like this. And I don't know. So I went to the store yesterday and I mentioned this problem. And I think they were being rough with my bag. Because the creasings got really bad after they serviced my bag. And well, obviously I knew that this was the response they were gonna give me, which is like, no, like we won't be rough with your bags, like this is literally a seasonal color, like we won't be rough with your bags, because if we were rough with your bags and we actually damaged it, we would actually have to like give you like a brand new one, and this is a seasonal color and that's like hard to do. I don't know, I thought that was a bunch of bullshit, but I guess they have to say that to make more money. I guess they have to say that so that they don't lose so much money. I guess they have to say that so that they don't have to give you a new bag, right? But I really do feel like whoever serviced this bag was rough with it, because before I got this bag, the creases were not like this. It was not like this. It was definitely not like this. And at the back, I was actually scared that this was gonna tear open, because there's this hole here, you see it? I was really scared that would tear, but turns out they say that we actually punch a hole there. Is it focusing? They say that we actually punch a hole there in order for the thread to go through. And she showed me a few bags, which it was the case, so I believe her on that part. But I really think that the service people were being rough with my bag. I don't know. It just came back a little wonky, but I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And the sides, because they were trying to buckle this close, it became like smaller. They were like squeezing it like this, which I guess it's not a big deal, but like I prefer that they did not go and squeeze my bag like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, but I brought it to the SA and they were just like, oh, like, you know, like we wouldn't be with your bags. And then they mentioned how every leather is different, like basically what every luxury brand house ever tells you. Like Bottega did the same thing to me. They say like, oh, every leather is different, blah, blah, blah. It's just their generic explanation for every single problem that their product ever has. Yeah. So yeah, and I thought what she mentioned was weird. She said this to me, she was like, and even so, she said, and even so, because this is a seasonal color, it's not like we could just give you another one. And I'm like, that is such a strange thing to say, because does it mean that you admit that the bag is faulty and that, you know, we could actually give you a new one, you know, it's just that we do not want to go through that process. Anyways, that is my experience with Chanel servicing, the 5-year warranty servicing. Yeah, I'm not gonna put in how I feel about it, because I think I already mentioned enough. So I don't need a conclusion to this video. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. Hope this helps you in some way. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.